providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
Welcome to Caregiver Crossing. We are a show that is brought to you by Joy's House in partnership with our friends at Cardon. And we're here every week to talk all things caregiving.
Yay!
Who doesn't love to talk all things caregiving?
I do.
I mean, I do
absolutely
too.
I do.
You were hearing the wonderful voices of Noah Taylor, our producer, and he's stuck with us for all the things. And then for Terry Stacy,
Hi.
I'm Tina McIntosh. We're really glad you're here. Terry, we're going to talk about your favorite topic.
Oh, no. Is it about
Breaking Bad? Oh, wait, no, actually, we're going to get there, I promise.
Well,
But
What are you talking about?
did either of you ever watch Breaking Bad?
I did. I love Breaking Bad. It's one of my favorite shows.
What did you love about it?
You know what?
The drugs? Did you love the drugs?
It was the drugs.
You know what?
The
I'll have to
violence.
say I love the suspense. I do think I love the actors in it as well. I think they portray the characters really, really well.
It's
Okay,
a guy's,
all right.
I think it's a guy's movie.
Here,
It's
my husband
for
liked
sure
it
it's a
too.
guy's
Mine
show.
too.
You know, quite frankly, if my husband shaved all of his facial hair the right way, he does resemble Walter White.
White.
I mean, you know,
Oh.
a bald white guy with a goatee. Like, I mean, there you have it. But there is, so Walter White Jr. on the show. Do you know the actor I'm talking about, that RJ Mitte?
RJ Mitte.
Yeah,
Yes.
wonderful actor. But he recently announced a partnership with Can Do Canines, Terry.
Oh, you know how much I love these organizations that do this.
Well, it is fantastic. It's a Minnesota not-for-profit that trains assistant dogs for people living with disabilities, because Mitty actually, and I don't think a lot of people know this, has cerebral palsy.
He does. I think a lot of people in the show thought he was acting, that he had cerebral palsy, but he actually does in real life.
Yeah, he knows it inside and out.
Yes.
But he is he's just an incredible actor, right? And the fact that he's also this wonderful human. And so this, he's long-term been an advocate for inclusion and independent living, which makes sense now knowing that he actually has the diagnosis. But his new role brings attention to how trained service dogs can help people manage daily tasks with confidence and
It's
safety.
amazing. They're
Terry-
amazing animals.
I mean, these are the dogs that help people with their hearing loss or seizure disorders, diabetes, autism. Noah was showing me a video not too long ago, and they help take people's they drop things
Oh,
or they open
yeah.
the doors, they take their shoes off.
That's right. They can get you your loaf of bread. They can turn on turn off lights. They can. I mean, it costs an incredible amount of money to train these dogs. Here locally, we have the Indiana Canine Assistance Network, which started by a fantastic lady years and years ago. And these dogs actually go into the prison systems as puppies, and then they are trained within the prison system. It makes an amazing difference in the lives of those offenders that are able
Absolutely.
to spend time doing this for somebody else. And then there's a graduation, and then you watch the offender say goodbye to the dog. The dog goes to the new owner that will now need them, and their whole lives have just now begun. You know, now that
incredible
now
for
they know,
everybody.
they kind of know, okay, now this is what I've been trained for. And they usually go over, and there's just maybe somebody in a wheelchair, or and they take the leash and off they go. And it's just it's an incredible
The
thing.
name
And
of
they're
that
not the only ones.
organization again?
Medical Mutts, there's prison greyhounds.
Okay.
There's so many great organizations that do this, and I'm so glad this guy got involved in it, because he knows that.
Well,
the
he
need.
has an influence, right? He has this ethos of people that, here we're talking about it.
Right.
So
But yeah, this is
somebody
the
is going to
point, right?
benefit from the
Yeah.
fact that RJ Mitte has started, again, Can Do Canines, whether it's they look for somebody in Indiana or they
Yeah.
go through Can Do Canines. And so do you know how many service dogs or, I don't know, assistance dogs they've had?
To date, they have placed more than 900 assistance
That's
dog teams.
fantastic.
Oh, he's been doing this for a long time.
Well, I think his partnership just started recently,
it.
but Can Do Canines has been an organization for
Fantastic.
2 or 3 decades.
You know, if that's your heart, you take a look here in Indianapolis. Like we talked about Giving Tuesday and Joy's House for sure, and so many great nonprofits. But if that's in your heart too, might give a little bit to some of those great organizations locally.
Yeah, and looking at that, it's not just if there's a caregiver involved in someone's life, it helps to alleviate all of the things they need to be doing as
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
These dogs are just incredible. Meantime, I have too many dogs at home that like my dachshund is still a puppy, but can't get her to get trained to go outside
I was
properly.
going to say, it does take a lot of extensive training. I mean, each team completes extensive personalized training before the dogs are certified. So they do really make sure that these dogs are well trained to be able to do the services and things that people and caregivers really need.
Because they're different than like emotional support animals,
right.
or they're different than just companion dogs, I guess. These are service dogs.
Yes, but
could we ever have a service dog at Joy's house?
That's a good question. I
absolutely
was
could.
actually wondering if we had a service dog here at Joy's house, what do you think they would be doing? What do you think they would be doing day to day, serving our guests here at Joy's house?
Golly, I mean, it would be incredible to have a dog. Now, I think it's more personalized, but that can sense when there's a seizure or a stroke or
Medical
a moment,
changes.
right?
Yeah.
But I think for us, I don't know, a service dog, maybe, but even like a very, very, very good companion dog would be great, right?
Almost like a therapy dog.
Right. I mean, like
that is there for
can
that.
calm people in moments. Can, if you're upset or angry or angsty about anything, that dog helps. There is some scientific proof that shows that when we pet a dog or a cat, but pet a dog or a cat, that it helps to bring our blood pressure down and our heart rate, and
Absolutely.
it just soothes us. And so
I know of dogs that have gone into the courtrooms. They're part of courtrooms, and they are it's in very scary, awful court cases. Yeah, and they bring in the dog.
School systems have them.
The school system has.
I mean,
and the kids love to read
Lawrence
to dogs.
North does.
Shout out to Pause and Think as well.
Oh,
those
great.
are the therapy dogs that come to Joy's house, so we're very thankful for them.
Yeah. There's so many great ways look, then you've got the dogs that can sniff, diabetes. If there's something, as you were mentioning, they have that ability to
Why
know
don't
that
you
there's
have one of
something
these
coming.
dogs to help you? Because you are so well known in the community. You're out with everybody. You love dogs.
I was involved with ICANN on the board for several years, and I did wear Valentine's Day drop. I mean, I've loved these dogs and know of these dogs for so long, and we see them in the stores. Remember, don't pet them. Ask before you can.
Right.
A lot of us want to just tend to reach down and just always ask before you do it. That's the best advice I can tell you. Because
Well, a lot
I've
of them
been
wear
an offender for a
I'm
long
working
time.
or I'm in training, right? They've got the vests on that tell you that. That is really a good thing for me to remember.
It's
I see
hard
a dog
to remember.
and I'm like,
I
humans,
know.
move.
I know. I
Dog.
want to pet that dog more than anything.
I know.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's great. Hats off to RJ Mitte and what he's doing at Can Do Canines. And as Terry mentioned, there are lots of places that are out here in Indiana as well. If you want to look for somebody more local, whether it's to support them or whatever the case is. But if somebody's got a really good companion dog and you want to talk about Joy's house, let's talk. I would love to have a companion dog that goes to both of our locations.
And bring the dog to the studio. Let's hear him talk.
Oh, yeah, bring the dog. I listen, I'm on TikTok. I see all those dogs talking nowadays. All right, we're going to have to take a break. I don't know. We got to take a break. Noah's giving me a look.
Past episodes of the show at joycehouse.org, and be sure to like and follow us on Facebook. If you'd like to connect with us to discuss show topics, need help connecting with resources, to have a question that you'd like for us to answer on air, or just want to say hey, you can reach us at joycehouse.org. And you're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joy's House in partnership with Cardon & Associates. We're here every week to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit joycehouse.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and much more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. We're your hosts, Tina McIntosh and Terry Stacy.
Hey. Hi.
Oh, hello there.
Oh my gosh, I sounded like a
Wilbur.
mule.
Hello,
I think
Wilbur.
I sounded like a mule.
Hee-haw.
Okay, this is a very serious conversation,
Well,
though.
it
Get it
is.
together, woman.
I am.
Ready?
Go. Are
Terry-
we starting over?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, keep that going.
You're still Terry. All right. We've got actually two
Well,
really...
you said whoa, whoa.
so done. Is it time to go home, you guys?
Not yet. Go.
No, because you know why? We have two great people with us,
We
and
do.
they are actually two of the people who are leading how caregiving and caregiving families are shaped in Indiana, how they're supported. And so we've got Dustin. Dustin Ziegler has been a part of the aging community forever. He's the director of caregiver advocacy and support, which means the man. It's where he leads work that strengthens programs, builds partnerships, and helps movement in the caregiver initiative. And then we've also got Kelley Brown with us, and Kelley's a dementia advisor. They're both with Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Kelley focuses on education. Here's what I love, though, about both of you. You're both not just experts. You are experts in caregiving, and you're experts in the work you're doing, but you have curiosity about you, about what people really need. And that word curious keeps coming up in so many conversations I'm having recently. And so I guess I'm going to put you on the spot and ask this question. What does it mean to you to be curious about caregiving in the state of Indiana?
Oh, curious. That's what we're all about, and innovation. Caregiving really has only recently come to the forefront in the last couple of years. I feel like it's always been there, obviously.
You've been talking about it for years, Dustin.
Yeah.
You're just now in a position to do more about it, I think.
Finally.
Yeah.
What needs to be? Oh, I guess we didn't really hear the answer to the question about curious, right?
I think it's just how you operate
It's
is
just
what
how
I'm
you
hearing you
operate.
say. It's
Well, to me, it's more of recognition about the immediate needs of caregivers and just the awareness and response to their needs, knowing that how much they affect health outcomes of the ones that they love for, right?
which is so interesting though to hear somebody who is at one of the big insurance companies. I mean, you're at Anthem. I always tell people, you're not scary people. You're incredible people doing big work. It's just hard, right? It's hard sometimes to make movements and a difference on that big level. But you just said it, and I know you both live by this too, and maybe you can speak to this. It's not just about maybe the person who's the member at Anthem.
Right.
It's about their family. So how is that? How does that work from your perspective?
Well, that's our philosophy too. As I came in here and we began to develop out our approach to caregivers, it was looking at the caregiver as a member. Even going to what's called the 4 M's of aging, age-friendly framework, what matters most, mentation, medication, and mobility. My first thought was, well, what about the caregiver and how that applies to them? So what matters most to you as a caregiver? What are your goals for your loved one as a caregiver? We talk about the individual, and obviously so, that we're caring for, but many times they're only as good as the caregiver who's around to support them. And if we don't care for the caregiver, then we have some bad outcomes going on there. So that's our philosophy. We look at the caregiver as like a second member, and we want to make sure they have what they need, and that's what's dedicated within this program.
I want people to hear that, though. That is why, Dustin, you are the director of caregiver advocacy and support. And the simple fact that Anthem has a director of caregiver advocacy and support is huge, right?
Yes.
Kelley, what is your title as dementia advisor?
Yes.
What does that mean?
So I work with caregivers one-on-one, helping them navigate anything related to dementia. So giving them strategies, giving them education on the stages of dementia, just a supportive ear sometimes. I think that people forget that, and caregivers themselves also forget about themselves, echoing what Dustin said, and just reminding them that they have to be healthy in order to, care for those loved ones. And so I really try and emphasize their mental health and keeping them just energized and, mindfully in the right place to continue caregiving for their loved one.
And how do you do that? Because we always think how okay, we have this support, we have this, but then life really happens.
Yeah.
And so how do you do that?
I mean, there's no simple equation for that.
And
I try to
everything's
start
different.
with just listening. That's half the battle. Sometimes they just don't have anyone to talk to. Validation is huge, recognizing, because I don't think they get a lot of recognition for all the things that they do, all the things that they've given up. So just providing validation and just reassurance as well, and then I'm here ongoing. So I always try and say, I'm always here. And I think that just in itself, hearing someone say, I'm here to support you, really just kind of, gives them a little source of support and positivity moving forward.
You just said something I heard recently from someone in my life that looked at me and just in one or two sentences said, I want you to see all the things or I want you to know I see all of the things you do for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that has stuck with me because I don't walk around, with a list of all the things I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you hit on something, Kelley, the fact that you listen, the fact that you see people and acknowledge that when maybe people in their life can't do that or just don't know. And the fact that you're saying, I'm here, here's my number, I'm here for you. A lot of people won't even pick up that phone and call you again. But knowing that they could and that you represent to them a whole world. I mean, yes, Anthem on the insurance side, right? But also a caring person that happens to work at Anthem, a person who understands what they're going through, that cares, that works at Anthem. I mean,
exactly.
I'm really proud of you guys and the work that you're doing, and just I'm proud to witness it, to work alongside you, because you are in this position to make such a big difference on the macro level and for people's lives every day.
Thank
So I know we're going to have to take a break here in just a couple minutes, but it's an important month. It's National Family Caregivers Month.
Do you find, Kelley, that that you do have caregivers that are leaning on you now more than maybe you or in maybe a year or two ago? That it's become because it's in the news now. We talk about this more. Do you find more are okay? I'm going to take advantage of this.
I think more accepting of help. I truly do, because we're in a situation now where they're lacking resources. The education isn't really there. They're stressed and burned out, financially unstable sometimes, having to leave their jobs. So I think that they're open to just anyone providing any type of insight at times. But I definitely see a shift in people accepting the support. Before it was kind of a stigma. No, I'm okay. Yeah. I have everything taken care of.
I'm a daughter. I'm her daughter. Of course I'm going to do that. I'm her husband. Of course I'm going to do that. Now it's like, I think, Dustin, you said it earlier. And why is that we're hearing more the word caregiving? Do we know?
Well, I think we're, with the aging population, it's starting to come to the forefront more and more than ever. And we have our oldest population is our largest and continuing to grow. I feel like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's it's turning almost into a breaking point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And based on that breaking point, caregiving has always been around forever. But that's what I kind of mentioned earlier. Like, only until the last few years have even health systems, clinicians, health plans like Anthem, and what we're doing with our caregiver focus at Anthem. It's just risen to the priority, and I feel like some of that has to do with a lot of research and just awareness around, as we mentioned, that help. The folks that they care for are only as good as the ones that caring for them, and so if we don't support the caregiver, it's going to be very challenging to have those strong health outcomes for the ones that they're caring for, and I think that's been realized.
Well, hang tight, because we're going to talk more about that and what Anthem is doing when we come back in just a moment.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing. It's a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing, brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. We're here every Sunday to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Just visit joycehouse.org. Connect with us. You can hear some past episodes and learn more about caregiver support. Again, visit that website, joycehouse.org. We'll be back with more Caregiver Crossing.
We're back on Caregiver Crossing. Terry Stacy has not left me yet. Thank God. She's right here.
I'm right here.
We are in studio still with our friends from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. And that is Dustin Ziegler, who's the Director of Caregiver Advocacy and Support, and Kelley Brown, who is a dementia advisor with Anthem as well. And we were talking before the break about just how impressive it is what they are doing as, I don't know, humans who care about people, and the work that then they get to do and lead for the state of Indiana within Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so we want to continue that. This month, it's interesting. This month is so many things, right? National Family Caregivers, and there are other things. It's probably National Green Bean Day right now. There's a lot happening during the month of November. Movember. Dustin is growing his out right now.
It'll take about 6 months.
We'll
check back in June.
So that's going.
He's very clean-faced, my friends. But we do want to talk about Alzheimer's awareness and aging Hoosiers. And so to begin, this is also National Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month. And what it does is ask us to pay attention. It just kind of gives us a platform to have conversations like this. And so, Kelley, with the work that you're doing, why does this month matter for families?
Well, Alzheimer's in general is the highest type of dementia that there is in the world, honestly. Dementia is an umbrella term.
That's important for people to hear. Dementia is an umbrella term.
Yes.
It's like saying I drive an SUV.
Yes.
Right? And then
Yes.
underneath it, you have the kind of SUV.
Yes, with Alzheimer's being at the very top.
Yeah.
And then we have our smaller ones at the bottom, but they're still just as impactful to families and caregivers. I just think that right now, I think society is really beginning to understand that this is increasing. And just like we have cancer and we have all of these other chronic diseases, we need to take this as serious as possible, because it's more than likely you or someone else that you know will have this disease, and we have to have knowledge about it and be able to understand it and be able to work in society with those
And not be
who
afraid
are
to talk
living
about
with
it.
dementia.
Right? Like, I mean, I think we're so afraid of it that we think if I don't talk about it, it's kind of like death. If I don't talk
Yeah.
about it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's a
But
stigma.
I think the reason we hear more and more about it is because more people have a loved one living with an experience. Sometimes it's the famous people, or sometimes it's the guy next door.
Right.
But I think that's why we're hearing more and more about it.
Right.
And we're not getting, and Dustin, I'm looking at you, because we're not getting detected early enough. And it's important for early detection. Why is that?
Well, it's extremely important. It's one of the biggest initiatives around cognitive concerns is ensuring that you get evaluated about said concerns. There's a couple of different angles to this. One, people fear this is the most feared disease in the country now. It passed cancer a number of years ago as being the number one feared condition. So people do have a fear, and that's associated with stigma. But what we're trying to do is communicate that it may not be dementia at all. There's so many things that can mimic dementia symptoms. It could be a hormonal imbalance. It can be an infection. It could be a nutrition.
Side effects of
Medication
medication.
interaction.
Oh, name it.
Yeah.
Depression,
Yeah.
anxiety, ADD. I mean, it just goes on and on. So, like, for those who are worried, like, I'm worried about my cognition, but I'm scared to death of this condition, there's a good chance you could go to the doctor, and that's part of the overall assessment and detection of dementia is a really strong full workup. You may uncover that my cognitive concerns are related to A, B, or C that are 150% treatable. The other end of that is that, let's say your worst fears come true, and you had this diagnosis of a cognitive issue like an Alzheimer's disease or another type of dementia. Early intervention is the most crucial. It has been forever, and it will continue to be that way for a long time. And that intervention is mainly around understanding the condition, as Kelley was talking about earlier, knowing what to plan for, knowing how to best manage it. Those are the things that are crucial to have those plans in place, because by having those plans in place, you're going to have. I've worked in I've known this disease in this industry since I was a young little kid out of college.
A young lad.
A young lad out of
Since
college.
Dustin was a young lad.
Was that a
Yeah.
long time ago, or was that just a couple
No,
years
it
ago?
was longer. It was longer than you think.
I got a baby face. Yeah.
She doesn't look that old, you guys.
Yeah. Well,
Dustin and I have been friends for, work and friends, known each other for
Yeah.
a long time. So don't let him
For
fool
sure.
you.
Do we
Yeah.
know enough about it in this day and age? I know everybody's working. We want a cure, and everybody's working for the cure. But do we know enough about it to prevent it?
Yes. Well,
Can't.
yes, with an asterisk mark. We know a few things definitively, that it is very complex, multifactorial condition. So lifestyle factors, genetics, environmental, but a decent amount of those things we actually do have control over. So you think about the heart and brain connection. Basically, at the end of the day, what's good for your heart's good for your brain. Basically, just over the same things they say about everything.
Hold on,
else.
let me guess.
The same thing.
Sleep.
Healthy lifestyle.
Exercise.
Put good
diet.
food
Sleep.
in, less
Proper
stress.
I mean, there's
nutrition.
been
Yeah.
things about the Mediterranean diet. There's
Yes.
things
That's
about.
right.
I mean, there's so much
Absolutely.
out there about taking fish oil.
Yeah.
And you know, it becomes overwhelming sometimes.
It
you know,
is.
It does.
about what because you want to do everything you can, but then what is really
Well,
working? Am I
it does.
spending so much money on fish oil? Is it really helping me?
Yeah.
Right.
I would say talk with your medical,
Right,
team. You
right.
don't need
Yeah.
a doctoral degree to live or understand the diagnosis, right? The Alzheimer's Association has great information. And actually, if I may, because we only have a couple minutes here, the Anthem is actually partnering with Alzheimer's Association, Dementia Friends. You do a lot with Joy's House, and you recently took part in the FSSA. So for the that
Oh,
means
yeah.
what, Dustin? FSSA, Family Social
the
Services
Family and Social Service Administration,
the
our good
celebrating
friends.
yeah, the Celebrating Innovations in Aging event. And what does that collaboration look like? How does it support families?
Mainly around one, awareness of what's out there and how and the supports that people can engage in and receive. Also, I think around just our continuing efforts to provide programming and resources and supports to address this condition. Kind of going back just real quick to a further thing around like the optimism around like why would I go to the doctor for this? For the first time in our lifetime, we do have what are called disease modifying pharmaceutical compounds that in the earlier stages, if you introduce those compounds, there are a couple out there. Lilly is one of them with donanemab that can actually slow down the disease progression physiologically. So just
That's fantastic.
another
I mean, that's a great
concept,
step.
just like for not only for consumers and the public in general to be aware that we are getting to the point where there are quote unquote solutions to this, but also the medical community too, that there are solutions to this condition.
I also want to point out too. I mean, everything that you just said was right on point. But just a diagnosis of dementia does not mean the end of your life.
That's what I was going to say.
as well.
There's a
You know,
lot of life to live, right?
Which is great when you do get it, when you do have that early prevention.
Yeah.
And you're catching it earlier. You know, those are strategies that you can put in place. People are still working with underlying cognitive impairments. It's
Yes. And early cognitive decline does not mean that you have a lifelong dementia, by the way.
Correct.
You know, that's something
Correct.
that we probably should do a show on is early cognitive decline. We
Yes.
don't have enough time. We're done.
Yeah.
Noah's like
No,
kicking
but
me
I
under the
would love
table.
to be
And,
there
but
for
this was
that.
really hopeful.
It is
for those
hopeful.
that are listening, I think this is hopeful words that have come out of your mouth today.
It's hopeful
thank
and it's
you.
helpful. So
Yeah.
grateful, Dustin, Kelley, all of you at Anthem here in Indiana for the work that you're doing. We are also grateful. I'm so sorry we've got to cut this short, but we are also grateful to the folks at Cardon and Associates. They are a big supporter here of Caregiver Crossing. We could not do what we do without them. So grateful to all of you, and stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment here on Caregiver Crossing.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. Terry, Stacy, and Tina McIntosh, and Noah Taylor.
Hello.
With you just for a few more minutes anyway. Before we close, we want to celebrate a moment that shines a positive light on aging. Huh? You ready for this?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Is it a quiz?
Brenda Lee. I'm just going to tell you.
Hold on.
Lee.
Brenda Lee.
Think about it.
Brenda Lee.
Rocking around. the
Okay, I'm going to guess
Christmas
she either wrote or
tree.
sang that song.
Reached number 1 with Rocking Around the Christmas Tree at age 80.
No
She's
way.
still number 1.
She's 80 today, and actually, she's got her 81st birthday coming up on December 11th.
And she sang that song, right?
Oh, Yes. She recorded that song when she was just a teenager, and now she is back at the age, or at the top of the charts, at her ripe old age of 80. Will be 81 soon. But
So
Noah
she's
was
the
telling me
oldest person?
she's really on TikTok. She's on. She is still relevant.
No, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull this up.
Okay.
So she recorded that when she was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And she is now the oldest person to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Good for her.
That is
Good for her.
fantastic.
It's very,
Big
very
celebration.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
So Noah, when you found this story, what were you like, this is a moment that matters for caregivers because?
Well, I mean, one, it does matter for caregivers, but more importantly, I was thinking, it's just never too late. It's never too late to do the things you love. It's
No.
never too late to celebrate. It's never too late to reach #1.
There
you
used
know,
to be this great organization called Never Too Late.
Oh, listen, Bob Haverstick, friend of mine, he actually gave Never Too Late to Joy's house. We're thinking about doing some stuff with it. Yeah.
Never Too Late is like a wish granting
Yeah.
organization for those that are older.
Yeah. I mean, Noah
I
and my
love
coworkers
this
don't know
idea.
anything about that. So, hey, surprise. But we are thinking about doing something with that.
that is
I
incredible.
Yeah,
love
Bob gave
that.
us the organization.
I will help you with that.
I
because
will- let's do
love
it.
that. I
Okay.
used to have the best time with that. I mean, seniors still, as you said, never too late to try something new or something that's on that bucket list that they want to do.
Well, I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, age doesn't define somebody's ability to create or connect or continue. All the C words: create, connect, continue. But I don't know. Here's a question I have for the two of you: if you were going to be famous for something in your 80s, something that you do now, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh,
a
Terry, yours
really
is
hard
easy.
question. No, what?
Your kindness in your who you are in the community.
Well, I would start that never too late thing up again.
No, listen, girl, you're already doing it. You've been doing it for 30
Not that
years.
never too
30
late.
plu- no,
I want to do that.
Can
You've
she
done
hear me?
so many great things.
she deflects.
She
You know
does.
what? I don't deflect. I just have been very, very blessed.
I know you have, but I think in
Very
your
lucky.
80s, people will remember that you are Terry Stacy.
Oh,
You have
that's very
impacted
nice.
this community and each of us in it in so many
Man.
ways for so long,
You
Terry.
would think I could have some sort of ego.
You would think. You actually would think. You guys, people ask me
No,
all the time. They're like,
Because it's not.
no, but people ask me all the time, is Terry Stacy, you co-host with Terry? And I'm like, yeah, I have for 15 years. And they're like, is she really as nice as she seems?
Even
Now,
nicer.
Listen,
I'm
she will stick up for herself.
I
And I've
will.
seen her mad.
I've been mad.
She is also one of the most kind-hearted people and caring and not
Oh, that's so
self-sacrificing to a
nice.
fault, but people you
Thank
will ever
you.
meet. And
Thank you,
my
thank
hat's
you.
off. That's yours.
Thank you.
Noah.
I mean, not to mention Terry is a mentor, educator.
This
like
must be my last
uh,
show.
She's pretty.
Something's gonna happen
Terry's
to me any minute.
beautiful,
Yeah.
Gonna-
wonderful voice.
Terrible accident when I leave here.
No,
Terry,
oh my
don't you
gosh.
ever say that
well,
again.
I feel like maybe that this is like the it.
Mm-mm.
Like you guys are saying now. Before we go, we just want to say goodbye to her because she's not coming back.
We just want to celebrate you for the person you are, Terry.
Wait, but
So what would you be famous for in your 80s?
I mean, I love singing. I feel like I would have to go with
Oh,
that.
that's
If I
good.
had a hit Christmas song in my 80s,
Yes.
I would be
Yeah.
ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's
I like
good.
it.
Tina Bina.
I would like to think it would be like my life's work of working
Yes,
with
ma'am.
aging adults and caregiving. But I will say,
Yes, ma'am.
I really enjoyed writing my book a couple years ago. And
Oh.
I really enjoy speaking engagements and influencing and helping shape and bring delightsome things for people with lessons learned over time. So I think it could be one of those two things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, Brenda Lee, I mean, she is just an example to us. Like, she is shining. She was shining at the age of 13. Can you imagine everything this woman has seen? 13 to 80 in
Yes. It's
stardom.
Pretty amazing.
You've all sang Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Every
Yeah.
single person has heard it.
Oh, it's in movies. It's in.
I
mean,
love
it's
that
just part
song.
of your traditions, your Christmas tradition, to have that playing some point of your Christmas celebration.
Now, if somebody in her life didn't know that and then she was suddenly like, this is me, like, imagine the surprise and delight for them. Do you have anybody in your life who's ever been a surprise and a delight that you're like, I didn't know?
You.
No.
That's the truth. I'm not lying. That's the truth. That
She's
is
only
the
doing this 'cause
absolute
we
truth.
said nice
no,
things. She
because
can't
well,
stand
no,
it.
listen. Well, work brought us together.
That's
To
true.
where I work, it brought me to her and her to me.
Hi,
And
hers, Tina. It's me. I'm here.
Years ago, Tina, and that was a surprise.
You know what?
That was a great surprise in my life.
I have to say the same thing because I have known Tina like since I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and work has brought us a lot closer. And I think, I mean, I always knew Tina that was a fantastic supporter of my family and a wonderful mom, but
You
as a
guys.
great,
It's Thanksgiving
yes,
time.
yes,
It's the
and I'm
season of
thankful for you.
gratitude. It's a season of that's in our heart.
Should we
And
talk about
so
Noah?
This
You wanna
wasn't
talk about
in the
Noah?
script.
No, it wasn't. It's actually awkward. Let's talk about Noah McKimblush. I will
I'll tell
say
you, he was a nice surprise. He
for
was a great
real.
surprise.
Good.
Truly.
Good.
We had listen. Candace was with us for a lot of years.
Yep.
And you stepped into some big shoes, and you filled them at your young age, and you've come out on top. You're a terrific producer.
Well, that's
and
time.
you.
Nothing else about no. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And we're done today. Goodbye.
No, I would add this. I have known you since you were a little boy, from a close distance, right? My daughter has been dear friends with his sister forever. But who you have grown into as a young man, it'll make me cry. Like, it's really beautiful, Noah.
He's a
You're
gentle,
very
kind,
smart.
gentle soul.
You're willing to do anything to help other people. I think you protect yourself. You love in this world that sometimes it's hard to love in. You love in this world very, very well, and it's contagious. So don't ever let anybody knock that out of you.
Thank you.
Is
Thank
it
you so much,
contagious or
Tina.
is it infectious?
I'm very thankful
Yes.
and I'm very gracious that I have this spot at Joyce House and with Caregiver Crossing. It has helped me to grow so much.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are here. If you're just tuning in, you're like, "What is happening?"
I know. Well,
we are here every week, bringing you topics and news and education about caregiving, and we're glad you're here. We
and
are
grateful
thankful
to
for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very
To each and
thankful.
every one of you,
Well,
we're very thankful.
We gotta
And
go.
so Noah's going to send you all $50.
Okay, go ahead, close us out, Noah.
Until next time, take good care of each other.